Well, this is a video I couldn't stop myself from doing because I felt like you guys needed to know my narrative about this game of football. Remember, I told you from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think it was from Monday when I came out and really told you that after Spurs lost to Chelsea like that, with 2 red cards, an injury of Van der Ven, an injury of Richarlison, an injury to James Maddison, I really saw to it that they are obviously going into a very bad shape as a team because Ange Postecoglou had been blessed with his entire team not being injured. You know, the first injury they got was all about Richarlison. That is it. And even when he was away, you never noticed his absentia, and Spurs are not missing him because it was really some good magic being orchestrated by James Maddison from the middle of the park. The way he connects with Kulusevski, this other guy, Song Heung-min was really brilliant. And I always told people that the magic of Tottenham Hotspur is James Maddison, you know. And I'm gonna hate to reflect the same thing to Chelsea, that Chelsea really lack a central attacking midfielder. And James Maddison is the magic. The way you've seen how Spurs struggle, it's not that they cannot move that ball from the from their half to the half of the opponent, but finding out that line-breaking pass, you know, through those small pockets of space of the opponent, they couldn't get it, you know. And James Maddison was the one who could provide them such things. And I think they're struggling, and they're still struggling, and I don't know how far they're going to struggle to get to where they deserve to be. But Wolverhampton Wanderers have gone ahead to obviously beat Tottenham Hotspur by 2-1. Spurs were the first ones to score the goal, and it was Brandon Johnson in the 3rd minute who went ahead to score a very brilliant goal and celebrated. The first half ended 1-0 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur, and Wolverhampton Wanderers kept knocking, but Vicario, the goalkeeper, was really brilliant. The central defense was brilliant, not until in the 90th minute when Pablo Sarabia went ahead and obviously hit the target to make it 1-1. And 6 minutes later, he went ahead to see to it that Mario Lemena goes ahead to obviously make it 2-1 for the side of Spurs, so for the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I warned Spurs that with those injuries, they are going to drop games. They're obviously going to drop games. And I think there is a video I did, and I read all those fixtures that they're yet to play without those players. And if they don't come back early enough, as I told you, by the time we enter the January transfer window for them to save themselves, they'll be out of the top 4 and they'll be into the 6th or 7th position, because every team is suffering from injuries. I support Man United. When we've been performing badly this season, people are saying that no, Erik ten Hag is really a bad manager. Now, is really Ange Postecoglou a bad manager? So no manager can stay the same with this team if at all he really loses 5 players that obviously start into his starting 11. Udogie, Van der Ven, Sergio Romero, Richarlison, James Maddison. 5 players. If you miss out on 5, then you are really doomed to fail, however good you are. Look at Pep Guardiola. When he got just a red card of Rodri, you saw to it that he went ahead to lose 3 consecutive domestic games. The first one was against Newcastle. The second one was against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the third one was against Arsenal, you know, and he had only 2 players out. That was Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri. That is it. So what does it mean if at all Pep Guardiola, who has one of the best squads in the world, is having 2 of his best players out and he loses 3 games? What does it mean to teams like Spurs, who have gone ahead to lose 5? Man United, who have a lot of 5 injuries away: Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Amad Diallo. When you look at Arsenal, they're obviously having 5 players injured. There is Julian Timber, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, Emily Smith-Rowe. They're really having a couple of 5 players injured. So I saw this coming. I put on my lenses, and my lenses told me that. And I really believe they are still losing more games. But they really played very well, and they had chances to kill off the game. But the moment they failed to make it 2 and make that goal difference to 2, it obviously had to happen like that. For a team that you play, like Wolverhampton Wanderers, that has gone ahead to score goals, and it's hard to score against them, because at the beginning of the season, and maybe the previous season, the reason as to why they're going to be relegated was simple. They are not good at scoring goals, but this time around, they are getting goals from all different corners and different players. You say today, Lamine has gone ahead to score, Salabi has gone ahead to score. So it looks like things are obviously not moving on well for the side of Spurs. But I anticipated that because people are really so forgetful. If you see a problem that is affecting other teams and it has not gone ahead to affect your team, don't brag upon that it's not going to affect your team. When it comes, it's not going to affect your team. I knew it would affect them, and they are really in the trenches. And trust me, 2 consecutive games lost in the Premier League. 4-1 against Chelsea at home. Now, they've gone ahead to lose 2-1 away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. And let me first show you the stats before we obviously jet into the fixtures of Spurs and how they're supposed to obviously act if at all they feel like they should be title contenders. 17 shots by Wolverhampton Wanderers. It shows you how much Wolves really attacked them, and that is a very hard side to play at. Then 6 shots by Spurs. Wolverhampton Wanderers had 4 shots on target, meaning that they lacked a little bit of composure. Right. Then 2 shots by Tottenham Hotspur on target. Sorry about that. 41% ball possession by Wolverhampton Wanderers. Tottenham Hotspur had 59%. 417 passes by Wolverhampton Wanderers. 608 passes by Tottenham Hotspur. 84% passing accuracy. Then Spurs had 87% passing accuracy. 19 fouls by Wolverhampton Wanderers and 15 fouls by Tottenham. 4 yellow cards to Wolverhampton Wanderers and 3 yellow cards to Tottenham. 0 red cards to both sides. And Yefis Bissouma, if at all they never got him out, he was just 1 foul away from getting a red card. And Bentancur is another player that came in through and really did a very good job. But I think even the departure of Yefis Bissouma off the pitch really losing them a little bit in that midfield, because Højbjerg couldn't obviously handle, as he has been one of those players that have gone ahead not to be much fit. You understand that. So 4 corners, 4 offsides, 4 for Wolverhampton Wanderers and 1 for Spurs. Then 11 corners for Wolves and 3 corners for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, here is how the table is really looking. Man City, 11 games played, 27 points. Arsenal, 12 games played, 27 points, because they are leading by 1-0 at the Emirates. Then Tottenham, 12 games played, they're having 26 points. Liverpool, 11 games played, they're having 24 points. This means that if Liverpool and Arsenal win today, they are going to go ahead. They are going to go ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. That is it. So Man United is still 0-0 with Luton Town. You never know what happens in that game, but they've gone ahead to get very many chances, but they're not scoring even right now. Rasmus Højlund had just gotten a free header and couldn't obviously head that ball into the back of the net. So it really requires a lot of effort to see to it that things pan up. So it shows you that things change easily. If Man United win today, they'll be having 21 points, meaning that they will be 5 points behind Spurs. Whoever saw this coming? Apart from me, who came out and told you that Spurs is really not into that ilk of really winning the trophy. And people are saying, no, they are doing well. After 10 games, they are still on top of the Premier League table, but I knew that a disaster was yet to hit them, and it came. It came, it hit them, and their survival is really hard. Now, after the international break, they're hosting Aston Villa, one of the hardest teams to beat in the league. Though away from home, they're easily beaten, but at home, at their home, it's hard. So we don't know what they are taking to Tottenham Hotspur. After that, they are going to play away at Man City. You know, they have to play Tottenham Hotspur. They have to play West Ham. They have to play Newcastle. They have to play Nottingham. They have to play Everton, Brighton, and Bournemouth. That is it. So, trust me, it's really going to be a hard way for them to go out it. And if at all they don't obviously find themselves in a position of obviously getting their players back, then they're obviously going to miss out on lots of points. So your thoughts on Wolves 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1 are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. See you later as I watch these games and I really get ready for what we call the match reactions for Arsenal and Man United. I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. The Muslims, Barak Laufikum.